Hello everyone, welcome back to Pixplays Minecraft for episode 11, and as you can see we are in the town of Ramsfell as always, and I have finished work on the storage facility. It's looking pretty chunky right now. It's kind of a chunky build, it's a bit square and blocky, but I like that because, sorry about the cows, they are a little noisy right now. And there's a skeleton in the pool. Hello, didn't spot you before. Oh, and he's giving us a bit of a run for our money, apparently. Well, we've just woken up, so that's fine. So yeah, here's our storage facility. Like I was saying, it's a bit of a chunky build. I've been working on some stone brick and andesite combinations because they look kind of similar, and it's nice to have that big kind of slabby look. Cracked a couple of the stone bricks in a furnace, just found out you can do that, really cool. Looking forward to making some mossy stone brick as well, which is pretty much the same as mossy cobblestone with the vines. So I'm going to make that in a build, which I'm actually going to prepare today. But I will just give you a quick tour of here. I've kept the melons in, but I've expanded the layout of things a little bit more. I really like the spruce wood beams kind of thing that I put in. And I thought I'd do something a little bit interesting with the roof, so that's mainly like slabs and stairs, those kind of things. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the layout of the floor space, because obviously this isn't the most effective way of making use of the space, but I thought it looks kind of cool for now, and we've still got jack-o'-lanterns under there lighting us up, so plenty of light in here. I've been into the nether a lot more. I've gathered a whole ton of quartz, and as you can see, I've been silk touching some ore. So yeah, gonna use fortune on that later to get the most quartz we can out of it. What have we got in the furnace? Yes, bricks. That was the other thing. Yeah, I've been making some bricks with the clay that I found in some nearby rivers. And I'm not going to do anything much with that yet. I think I'm probably just going to stash it in here for now, because this has been kind of a miscellaneous chest for me so far. You can see I've got a ghast here and there and some flint and gravel and sort of odds and ends, you know. But right now, yeah, we've got stone variants, stone brick. There's not much wood left, and we're actually going to go and collect some wood on camera today if I can. Sorry, my cat is playing with a toy in the background. If you can hear that rattling noise, that's what that is. So yeah, we have some light blue stained clay and some stained glass in here. Again, going to use some stained glass for the build later on. And I found out you can use trap chests to put the chests sort of next to each other, which has always been a gripe of mine from when I used to play on Xbox. So we've got a redstone chest with a bit of glowstone in there as well, and you can see a tripwire hook that I was using to make the trap chests. This bit actually leads to a kind of underground section, but I'm not doing anything much with this yet. I'm probably going to expand that as I need to when I get some more chests on the go and some more blocks. So I'm going to update you quickly on the town notices. There are 17 days until Christmas. Decided to put that on for a bit of fun. Yeah, I'm recording this on Monday the 8th, so I don't know if this will go up right away. Probably not, but that's how many days it is till Christmas at this time. Explorers, Quartermaster seeks new stock. Find more blocks. That's kind of the game plan for today's episode. And then visit the brewery for the latest in fine beverages. I haven't built the brewery yet, and that's what I want to do, really. I've kind of been going into creative and just mucking about with a couple of color combinations and things that I find look good together, and I figure what we need to do is I've been doing a bit of exploring, and I've actually found a roofed forest really near here, and I really want to go and gather up some dark oak wood. As far as I know, it is off to the south in that kind of direction, so I'm going to do a bit of wandering. We'll probably do that off camera and just bring you back when we've found that roofed forest, because I don't want to be wandering around aimlessly for about 10 minutes until I find it. But yeah, I'm going to use some dark oak wood like for the roof of this brewery thing I've got planned. Going to use some mossy stone brick and some red stained glass together, which again, with the Christmas kind of thing that I was worried about doing with the enchanting cabin, it's going to be a little bit kind of red and green Christmassy looking, but I think that's appropriate for the season, and I really like the design I've managed to put together in creative. So let's not fall off that cliff, shall we? Probably a good idea. We'll leave the sheep of Ramsfell behind, and we will strike out towards this roofed forest. I've done a little bit of work with dark oak stuff before when I was kind of testing a couple of things, but I'm, yeah, really happy to have actually found some in this world. I love the way roofed forests look. I know they're kind of dangerous when mobs come out and stuff, and the sun is getting a little bit low, so I should expect to be fighting a couple of things. I better top up on hunger while I can. I've got a bit of enchanted gear as well. I've got myself a looting 3 sword finally, so I've been using that to basically herd a bunch of cows into that pen breed them and then kill them for their leather. And I've been getting a ton of leather out of that. And these mountains are entirely made of gravel, and gravel is probably one of my least favourite blocks in all of Minecraft, and I know that's probably the same for a lot of other people too. So yeah, whole mountains made of gravel, not really my thing, but I'm sure I'll end up harvesting that at some point, because I've already been using gravel for the paths around the village, because I figure what else can you really do with gravel other than turn it into flint. But look at this. This is just this huge expanse of gravel, and it just makes this crunchy noise when you're walking over it, which is fine for a couple of seconds at a time, and then it just starts to grate a little bit. And yeah, this is more or less in the direction that I wanted to go, but look at this. We have found some horses, we found some sunflowers, we found a skeleton over there. We will try and avoid him, but look at these guys. I have not encountered horses on camera, at least yet, when I've been playing PC Minecraft, and they are just so cool looking. And oh, there's a witch. Oh, lovely. I didn't want to run into any witches. I have a history with witches now, and I feel like I should probably get over that at some point. But, you know, I'm just going to peacefully gather flowers over here. We're not doing anyone any harm. There's sunflowers, there's oxeye daisies, and I want to get a couple more of those for some banner making things, so how about it's still doing the weird like lilac glitch, I guess you'd call that, when it whenever I break anything tall, it just turns it into a pink flower for a while. Yeah, I don't have a great deal left on this sharpness 4 sword. I've been attacking a bunch of stuff with that. I've been using that to kill all the baby zombies at my zombie spawner, because they actually take a couple more hits than the other ones. They either die from full damage really easily, or they hang around for ages and I just have to keep hitting them and hitting them. So yeah, I think I'm going to bypass all of these mobs if I can. I'm just going to sneak around, and I'm really excited by all the flowers and stuff there are out here. It's kind of neat, and there's a little bit of sand, there's a couple of little oases. There's a ton of sunflower heads just lying around. What is that about? Oh, the zombies want to fight. The zombies want to fight, and we will take it to them. Hopefully we don't call down a complete horde of zombies on us. I think we got away with it. That's great. Yeah, I'm getting the sense that... Oh, there's a creeper and a pig. We should definitely avoid that. There's probably a lot of this stuff is like updating as we go. Let me just check my coordinates quickly. Where are we at? Okay, we're a few blocks too far in that direction, so I think we want to be heading this way. Yeah, we do. Okay, good. I've got the coordinates open on a screenshot outside of my screen capture view, so I can see the coordinates of the place we're going to, and it is somewhat in this direction. I said I was going to do all this exploring off camera, but you know what? Let's keep it on camera for now. This is kind of cool. We're fighting a couple of mobs along the way. Spider wasn't even attacking me. I've no idea why. He probably just hadn't seen me, but yeah, it's nice to do a bit of exploring. Nice to get out of the hills for a little while, down onto this nice flat area, and to see some more of the landscape around here, because it's really cool. I think I've bumped my my render distance up a little bit because I was exploring the nether, and yeah, I still haven't found a nether fortress, which is the main kind of sticking point with me right now. I really, really want to find a nether fortress just so I can get some brewing on the go. Hey. Oh, fine. You know what? You can have it too. You can have it too. Okay, good, good. I think we might be coming up on the roofed forest. Is that it here? I'm seeing some skeletons around. I want to avoid them. Yes, this is it. Brilliant. I really wish it was daytime, but hopefully we can find some place to maybe hole up. There's a little red mushroom over there, which I'm kind of excited about seeing. But yeah, I know this forest is going to be teeming with monsters and probably won't be so great even after the sun comes back up and most of the monsters around here burn up. So I'm going to hang back for a little bit and just admire the place. Okay, the sun is rising and the area is pretty clear of mobs. The spider's going to become passive or despawn. The creeper's going to hopefully despawn too. And my cat is wrecking stuff in the background because he is a swine. Okay, let's harvest some of this awesome dark wood and be on our merry way. Getting a tiny bit of block lag. This is the first time I've really explored this area, so everything is taking a moment or two to update, and I can probably turn my graphics settings back down as well if I want to. So that's not a problem. I love these trees. They look so cool, and we're getting a massive amount of wood from them, which is always good. Hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 saplings that we can take back to Ramsfell and start farming them, so we don't have to come back here too often. Although, there are zombies burning in the sun, I can hear them. I've been kind of tempted to start myself like a little nether hub and create portals out to some of these more interesting places, especially because it's so far to travel. That cave also looks really neat. I really like the look of that cave, so I'm kind of tempted to go and explore that a little bit more. But hey, while we're here, let's look around. There's definitely some cool stuff to be found in these little far-flung areas, and I haven't even really started exploring the rest of this world. I've been holed up in my my castle town for a little bit too long. So yeah, it's nice to get out and do a bit of exploring for once. I should definitely make exploring more of a theme of future videos too, because yeah, there's a whole ton of stuff I want to see in the world that I haven't really seen. The plains was kind of one of the things on my list, so it's great to tick that off, but I need to find stuff like ocean monuments and ice plains and some really, really cool stuff that's out there. And I know a lot of those things are pretty rare to find, but I'm just itching to encounter some of the stuff that I haven't seen before. And yep, looks like we're getting some saplings from this, which is cool. We've definitely got more than a stack of wood now, which is great. And these mushrooms just look so nice too. There's just something really cool about them. And I don't have my silk touch pickaxe with me, but I really want to get actual mushroom blocks because I have really, really neat ideas for builds involving mushroom blocks. But we can get to those another time. I think for now I've got more than enough wood to be getting on with. I might get a couple more blocks from some of these trees, but I don't want to take down more than I need to at this point. And if we've got a couple of saplings, we've got 3 of those, great. I can definitely take those back and grow me some more trees. I kind of wonder, like, I assume the saplings will just grow a single tree. I don't know if it'll be like a full-size tree like one of these, but I know with jungle saplings, to grow the really tall trees, which I've done a couple of times, you need to put 4 saplings in a square, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how we can grow these dark oak trees ourselves now. I'm going to collect a few more of these. The hitboxes for flowers always freak me out for some reason. They're always like off to one side when they should be in the middle, and yeah, I don't know, it's kind of strange. Anyway, yeah, I think Ramsfell is back in this direction. I'll cut out the walk back, because otherwise this episode is going to be super long, but yeah, we will return to Ramsfell, and I'll show you what I'm planning on doing with all of this dark oak wood. Here we are, back at the town, and I'm actually really getting used to the navigating around this area, so yeah, I found my way back pretty easily. A little bit low on the old hunger, so let's top that up while we're here. Great. And I encountered a couple of cows on the way past, so you can see I've been getting tons of leather and beef. I think that was only like 3 cows, so yeah, really happy with how the looting sort is turning out. Right, let's park ourselves in here. Let's put away most of this dark oak wood. I'm going to try and organize things into like categories of oak wood once and spruce and birch and sort of everything in its own column once I have a bit more of that. Let's put the saplings in here for now, and we'll deal with some of those later. I've been still storing all of the food and leather and stuff back in the spruce shack, so I'll just hop over there quickly and we'll see what we can put away. I may as well put all the flowers and stuff in here as well, because we won't be using those just yet. Harvested a bunch of little tulips and stuff as well, which I've never really seen before, so those are quite neat. And yeah, tons of beef over here that I haven't even cooked up yet, because beef lasts for ages, as I'm sure you know. Put the eggs away, bones away. I think that's pretty much all we can throw in here for now, so let's crack on. So yeah, the design I'm planning on making actually involves a few of these vines. That's the other thing I need to get from here. Sorry, I'm backtracking on myself now already. This isn't the best way of doing things. Let's take all of the vines. I don't know quite how many I'll need. Probably not a whole lot, but I'm going to put together a bunch of mossy stone brick, and I think I have some stone brick already stored in here. I do, great. Okay, let's just throw together a whole stack of that, or as much of it as we can with the vines we've got. Yeah, 59 will have to do. We'll keep the spare stone bricks left over in here. And we'll grab some cobblestone. I have a ton of cobblestone because I've been doing some strip mining, and I've been mining out the area around here a little bit. But we won't need a huge amount of that either for what I've got planned. Now, I do need to make some cobblestone walls, which are not made like that. Yep, still need to work that one out. Yeah, let's have 30. We may as well. We've got a ton of cobblestone right now. The stained glass is the next thing. And I'm probably going to make it all into panes from what I've got here. So, creepy ambient noises. 32 will probably do us for now. And I need some more plain white panes as well. So, let's throw a bunch of these in here. We don't really need that many of them. 16 will do fine. Right, let's pop these back in here, and we can always make some more red stained glass if we need it. But for now, let's crack on. So I was thinking the brewery would probably be sited sort of over here somewhere. There's a nice little area of flat land up here, so I think let's build it over here. Now, there's going to be a big square of cobblestone, so I can't remember exactly how wide this one has to be, so I'm probably going to make it wider than I need to and then trim around the edges. And I'm probably going to run out of cobblestone because I only brought a stack with me after I made those walls, which may have been a mistake, but we'll go with that. And use these to finish off the square. Trim around the edges here already. Great. Yeah, I'm just going to fill all of this in. And initially I kind of wanted to do the thing with this like I did with the enchanter's cabin, where it looks like a brewing stand, the same way that one looks kind of like an enchanting table. But I thought I'd deviate from that a little bit because it's in danger of getting a little bit too cheesy. So yeah, we will have to return over there for some more cobblestone, not to worry. So yeah, what I thought I'd do is kind of have like a 3-building structure, the same as like you have a 3 separate pieces of a brewing stand, the kind of 3 separate spots where the bottles go. But instead of making them look like bottles, they're going to look a little bit different. There's going to be some kind of stylish stained glass stuff in there. But they're also going to look a little bit sort of damp and mossy with the mossy stone, because obviously like when you're brewing stuff, there's going to be water involved and things are going to get a little bit of dampness involved. So the idea is, if this is roughly the center, I guess it is, there's these mossy stone archways, mossy stone brick archways either side like this, and I think the entrance is probably going to be on this side, so we will pop that there, and I think that's how it went. I do have a screenshot of it which I'll have to bring up in a minute, but you've got walls either side there, and a red glass pane goes in the middle, like that. Let's light this up, so hopefully we'll be able to carry on building around here without anything getting in our way. I haven't really done a great job of lighting up Ramsfell right now, so there's definitely a lot of mobs that spawn here in the dark, but I don't need to worry too much about them. Hopefully, as long as I stay on top of things, they shouldn't be a problem. Now, let's see. We want the sides to come out like this, so basically it's a series of entranceways like that, but this one is going to be the main entrance, so we're going to keep this one open and just have the cobblestone wall across the top. So it's not going to have the stained glass in there, it's just going to be the bit where we walk in and walk out, so that should work fine. Continue with the same stone brick formation we had there. One thing I do need to do is make a well here and pour the water in, and that is going to be an important feature of this because you need water for brewing potions, but right now I figure a water source in the middle like that is going to be a lot better than a cauldron, because cauldrons only have 3 uses and then you have to top them up again with another bucket of water, whereas a water source block like that is going to be completely infinite. So yeah, I always use those. I always figure that's a lot more effective than using a cauldron, even though cauldrons kind of look the part in those brewing setups, don't they? Anyway, yeah, I will consult my notes and I will come back in a second once I've figured out what I'm supposed to be doing next. Yeah, so I skipped to daytime. I went and slept. I had to go and get my Silk Touch pickaxe as well, because I've built this whole thing slightly too big, and that was the problem, was I built it a little bit too big. It's going to be a really kind of compact brewing area, but you'll see the design of it in a minute and you'll see why I've done it that way. But for right now, yeah, I brought the Silk Touch pick so we can get these glass panes back. always worries me breaking glass, but yeah, we're getting it back, so that's fine. Yeah, I actually built it to be really kind of cozy around the middle, so we will pop that together. I'll just disassemble this whole thing quickly. I've been thinking about moving out of the spruce shack at some point in a future video and building myself a new place, but we will deal with that when we come to it. So for now, we actually want this to be super close by here. So, oh, not there. It's actually going to be right here. Which, yeah, is in pretty close quarters. But the idea is that they overlap like that. There we go. Cool. Right, and I think that's that done. So then we just have to pop the walls back in, like so. There, 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 there. And that one there. Right. Okay, so now we're back on track. Now we're kind of where we wanted to be. And the idea is like this. Oh, I put one across the entranceway. That was not what I intended to do. Let's get the silk touch back and do that. Great. So the idea is that you come in here, and there are going to be chests piled up on all of the sides around here. Can take that torch out now. There's a trapdoor in the middle that you can walk up to, and the brewing stands are on these few spaces here. And now in the original design, I think I used diorite or something for the floor, so I might change that. But the main cool feature of this is the outside, because I wanted to make it look, like I said, a little bit like one of the brewing stands, but with a few differences. So the outside is kind of going to be stained glass, and originally I went with it looking a bit more like a bottle, but then I came up with this design, which I think is actually really neat. If you pop that there, and like that, then the glass kind of wraps around the structure like this, and then just has these kind of corner accents in the white glass that I think look pretty cool. And just got to finish up this corner, and I think we're done. So yeah, that's how it looks from the outside. And I will run over to a crafting table so I can put together the chests and stuff for the inside and the trapdoor. I figure I'll use a bunch of the dark oak wood I have with me, seeing as we have such a lot of it right now. It's kind of the most wood I have, because I'm terrible at stockpiling wood. I just use it up as quickly as I get it. So yeah, we can basically turn all of that into chests there. We can take a bunch of it for slabs because we need those for the roof. And then we want to make one of those into trapdoors. And then we can make the rest into chests too, because we will be needing a few more chests for the interior. And that leaves us with 5 left over, which we'll stash in the chest here. Cool. Okay, let's move on and let's do this. I was actually thinking about making these several different little modular structures. So there's going to be one larger storage space where I keep all the brewing stuff that I've done, all the potions that... Oh, I've dropped those. Some of the potions that I've already done. So yeah, this is the trapdoor that you can step on. And I was thinking about making one of these next to it here in maybe a different color of glass or something like that. So there'll be like a couple of different brewing station areas, and then like one sort of storage space that I can pop all the finished potions. So it looks like we'll have just the right amount here. Brilliant. Cool. So the brewing stands go there, there, and there. You look down to get your water from there, and then you store all of the ingredients in these chests. And I think that's a pretty neat layout. It's obviously really kind of compact. It might feel a little bit claustrophobic, but I like to think it's got quite a neat little feel to it. One thing I want to do on camera before we finish up is do the roof. And that's what we need the slabs for. So we can pop these around the edges here, like so. Oh, not there though. And hopefully I've made enough slabs. If not, I will have to complete this a little differently. And we just want one slab on each of the corners here, so that we can still open those chests, which is cool. And obviously, like, they'll come through a little bit, but that's Fine. And now what we want to do is stick these red glass panes in here, like this. And they look a little bit wonky at first, but then what you do is you pop in the slabs like that. And it's a really cool design from the top. I think that looks pretty neat. So yeah, this is brewing station number 1. This is going to be part of the brewery, but yeah, I just wanted to build this on camera to show you guys a little bit of my building process. But I think this is pretty cool. I like the look of it, and I think I'm going to be using this a lot when I can finally go back into the nether and find myself a fortress. But yeah, I'll do that off camera. This will be it for now. Thanks very much for watching this episode. Hope you enjoyed getting a look at what I'm going to be building with this brewing station, and when I next come back, I might even have expanded this out to include another one as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.